Hi, good morning. Um, I just finished my term with my international students, and one of the questions they ask me the most is how do I stay motivated and so passionate when it comes to English? And I gotta be honest, yes, at the beginning when we start doing something new, we start feeling pretty confident, we start feeling very energetic, but then all of a sudden we lose motivation. But here's the thing. There are a few things that we gotta do to actually feel motivated in the long run. And number one, you gotta remind yourself why it is that you need to learn English, right? And the learning English process might be boring at the beginning, right? Some people might not enjoy it that much. But if you think ahead about what you are going to achieve, what you're going to accomplish when you actually master the language, that will keep you feeling motivated because you know exactly what you're learning English for. You're not learning English to be a teacher, but you're learning English probably because you want to get a better job, because you want to travel to another country, because you want to make friends, right? Because you want to enjoy movies or listen to songs, whatever that is. Okay, so you have to think about that because that will actually make you feel happy and motivated and enjoy your learning process. The other thing that we gotta do is to actually make it fun for us. There are hundreds of videos on the web, okay? But it's not about just consuming that theoretical knowledge. It's also about putting that into practice. So if you watch a movie and then you see a scene in the movie that you actually like, well, try to mimic that movie scene, right? Try to practice that vocabulary, that expression, that idiom that they said, and not only in a written way, but also in a spoken way, right? If you watch one of the TikTok videos that I usually tell my students to watch, well, write down a summary of that TikTok and then try to explain that to a friend what the video was all about. Also, create a daily routine about learning English. Okay, so whatever that is, listening to a podcast, following somebody on Instagram that you like, or watching, I don't know, some series. Try to do that habitually every day, and you will find it interesting because you're actually doing something that can actually help you stay in touch with the language. And not only talking about, I don't know, spending 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours because everybody's time is different, right? And less is more, but it's probably about doing something for, I don't know, 5 minutes that can actually make you feel that you're actually getting better, that your pronunciation is getting better, that your reading comprehension is getting better. Okay, so and focus on that and try to do that every day as a habit. The other thing is focusing on that thing, specific thing that you need to work on. Oftentimes, some students say to me that, okay, you know what, my English is not improving, my pronunciation is terrible, or I'm feeling stuck. But what it is exactly that you need to improve on, let's suppose, and is it grammar? Okay, but what exactly about grammar it is that you don't know and or that it's not working for you. Like suppose you want to talk about winter now in Canada, right? And you don't know the vocabulary. You wanted to engage in a conversation and everybody was talking about grammar and you had those ideas here, but you didn't have the vocabulary or the pronunciation didn't come through. Well, then you go home and then you try to research about that specific thing that didn't allow you to actually engage in or perform and 100%. Okay, so if it is, for example, I wanted to talk about something that I'm going to do in 2022, but I didn't know how to use simple future, or I didn't know how to use future present perfect continuous for future. I don't know, whatever that is. Well, go back home and say, okay, I know that every time I want to make conversation about using simple present or talking about the future or talking about simple past, I got stuck. Well, then you know exactly what it is that you have to improve on. And finally, and last but not least, actually fall in love with the language. And not talking about marrying somebody, however, if you can do that, that would be great. But try to do something that can actually make you feel happy with the language once again, right? If you don't enjoy your learning process, then you will actually feel that you're not getting better, that you don't see those results that you want to do. Okay. So that would be, I don't know, my simple tips for you to stay motivated when it comes to speaking English and when it comes to learning English by yourself. Once again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Alex, and I work as an ESL instructor, a non-native ESL instructor here in Canada. Okay, bye. Stay warm.